Hey guys, Shreyaan here, and have you ever wondered why Apple products are so expensive? Well, recently Apple launched their iPhone 13 series and they still carry the same prices as the iPhone 12 series did last year. So the mini starts at $699 US dollars, the normal 13 starts at $799, the iPhone 13 Pro starts at $999, and the Pro Max starts at $1099. So even the Pro Max with 1 terabyte of storage can go up to $1,599 US dollars, which is pretty insane. So why exactly is that? Well, I'm going to break it down in this video, and let's get started. So first is because of the premium build quality. So here I have an iPod from 2007. Currently this is around 14 years old, and aside from the scratches at the back because of the stainless steel, this is completely functional. So I do not have the 30-pin charger that it uses, so I'm unable to turn it on, but everything from the buttons still click. You can hear the sound of the buttons, and everything from the sliders still smooth, and the overall fit and finish of this is still pretty great. And just as one more example, this is an iPhone 5s I used to use. So now I have taken it apart. I took it apart almost 2 years ago now, but you can see if it weren't for the screen to break, which it cracked horribly, but this was still in pretty good condition. Everything from the cameras to the processing, everything worked pretty good until the screen broke. So that's the biggest reason, the fit and finish. Moving on, the second reason is software. So as you probably know, Apple makes their own software for everything. So there's iPadOS, iOS, macOS, watchOS, tvOS, and you name it. So there's so many of them that Apple holds a close connection and integration between them. For example, if I have my iPhone right now and I want to send something to my laptop, which is also a Mac, I can quickly airdrop it and it will arrive there within a few seconds. But say for example, I'm using my Android phone here. So if I use my Android phone, I would need to download some third-party apps and also download them on my laptop, then share them. So this this inconvenience causes the user experience to fall out, and that's why more people buy iPhones with more Apple purchases. So moving onward, it's the premium lifestyle brand. So Apple has never actually targeted the middle class or poor people. You might say that they have with the iPhone SE, and I would partially agree, but it still started at $399 US dollars, which I can call a mid-tier. It's a pretty good price for an iPhone, but it's not 100% targeted to the poor people. So of course, with all the Apple purchases, you pay something called an Apple tax. This is what Apple collects from you just as like profit margins. Some of them are profit margins, some of them are just from the brand value that they have. So for example, if I were to buy an iPod now, which is completely useless in 2021, you would not want to buy an iPod, okay? Do not buy an iPod. It's currently on sale for let me go quickly check the price, but it's currently still on sale alongside the iPhones. So currently the iPhone SE starts at $399 US dollars, and if I search iPod Touch, that starts at $199. So that's a pretty competitive price, but it's pretty old. It's like, how long now? Hardware from like iPhone 6, and the design looks really outdated, especially without the fingerprint sensor, just a home button. It makes it pretty much useless. So moving onwards, you have the profit margins. Of course, every company and every business needs profit margins. So with Apple's gigantic stores, you might have heard of their so-called ship kind of shaped, donut shaped headquarters in Cupertino in California, which is their main HQ, and Apple spent over $5 billion developing it. So that came with a major price hold, so they have to somehow get that price back, and hence the Apple tax and the premium lifestyle. So another thing is that Apple's competitive advantage. No one really has kind of perfected the fit and finish of their products yet. So you might say Dell or HP or these big companies, they also sell pretty good laptops. They are big companies also. But why do people still buy Macs? Like, you can get cheaper HP and Dell laptops with better specs than you can get a MacBook for. And people say that it's because of the fit and finish. So the new iMacs, for example, the new iMacs are so thin that you cannot fit a headphone jack on the side, like on the back, because the headphone jack would be thicker than the iMac itself, which is less than 11 millimeters. So they had to put it on the side. So this fit and finish and the feel is just basically amazing of Apple products. And I'm pretty sure you have felt it too if you've ever touched an iPad or like iPhone, any Apple product basically. So of course, with any brand comes marketing. Apple has to also cover for their marketing campaigns and marketing costs. This is of course with the many business charges that they have, like with the operation cost, the salaries of their employees, the Apple Store's rents, and all the other stuff in between. So of course that comes with any business, so you have to pay for it anyways. Now, something that you might not have thought is actually research and development. So when Apple came out with the iPhone X alongside the iPhone 8, so-called one more thing at the end, so that was a pretty big jump for Apple, because at that time there were no leaks about the iPhone 10. Nobody even expected Apple to launch a notch iPhone. They just expected Apple to launch a phone with bezels like this on the top and at the bottom. So they did with the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 8 Plus, but at the end of their event they said one more thing and they unveiled iPhone X. So that research and development of somehow putting cameras at the top, well, that's been done before, but making sure that you have the world's most secure face unlock and completely removing the power button had a lot of research and development cost, and you can see it pays off. So the iPhone 11 had a similar design to the iPhone X. The iPhone XS, which some people call the 10R or the 10S, also had a similar design. And now with the iPhone 11, iPhone 12s and iPhone 13s, they have a pretty similar design but squared off edges, and specifically the iPhone 13s have gigantic camera bumps comparatively to other flagships and other iPhones like from last year. Even if you look at from last year, they have pretty giant camera bumps. One more huge cost factor for Apple products is their use of high-end components and the quality. So if I were to take this iPhone, for example, and take it into a repair shop, say I wanted to repair this camera, okay? Say this is faulty and I need to repair this. I can't just go to any store and ask them, okay, here's my phone, can you please repair it? It needs to be Apple certified, and they're called Genius stores, what Apple calls them, Genius bars. So basically, if Apple doesn't certify the store and you like fix your product from that store, then even if you go to an Apple store later on, they will just not fix your product because you have breached their trust and kind of your contract when you terms and conditions when you set up your iPhone. So that's why that component are very specific. So just as a quick example, you see this chip over here, you can't quite see that, but it's a chip made from Qualcomm. So if you don't know what Qualcomm is the world's top leading chip production house in the world for smartphones. So even my Android phone has a Qualcomm chip, and most other Android phones also run a Qualcomm chip, specifically the Qualcomm Snapdragon, and then some numbers which represent how capable they are. So even this Qualcomm chip had to be specifically ordered by Apple for their needs and then custom tailored to the motherboard for them. So this of course has both cost, and there's some right to repair things that people like to be concerned about, because you can't just go into any store and have this replaced. So I think that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure you have a pretty good idea of why Apple products are so expensive. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe for more tech videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.